Hello.
Hello, New Salem family. We are so happy to be with you here on this Mother's Day. It's actually Saturday evening, and we are in the sanctuary. I'm sure you can tell we're in the sanctuary. And we have been working on trying to get our Mother's Day sermon put together pretty much all day. We've recorded it 3 times, and we had beautiful music, lots of special things for you planned for today. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out. That was not God's plan. And so for 3rd time, Mike recorded the message. And that is difficult to do, isn't it?
Well, it is, and especially to an empty church, it is, and my voice is I'm losing my voice because I did it 3 times.
Yeah, right.
And we had songs and stuff. The girls sang several times, but it is difficult. It's the first time in 10 years that we haven't celebrated Mother's Day with our moms and grandmas and great grandmas of New Salem here.
Right.
So we miss you all very much. We love every one of you. We had some special things for you and things, but it didn't work out today. But certainly each of you are in our hearts. And we wish we could be together, and hopefully we'll be very shortly.
Right. You know, though, that because we did it 3 times, struggled so much trying to get it to put the service together and had to do it 3 times, that there is a special message. There is something in that message that someone needs to hear. And so, you know, it's a great sermon, and I hope that all of you will enjoy the sermon. But know that it's been an interesting day. It's been a very interesting day for us. It looks as if things are loosening up a little bit, and we are prayerful that we will be able to come together as a church body. We have ordered some special equipment so that if not, we can come together out in the parking lot. And you'll be able to sit in your cars and tune to a specific channel on the radio. And of course, we hope we can get all that technology to work, but we think we can. That may be a little bit of a challenge too, but I'm thinking we can do that if we need to. But it may very well be that there are some restrictions that are lifted on the 15th, and we may be able to actually worship in the sanctuary, which would be wonderful. We have certainly missed being here in our church.
Yes. And as those change, we'll get emails and letters and things out as we make plans.
Yep.
We continue to monitor that, and I did get some things yesterday about some clarifications, some questions I had. I did get some of those answered yesterday, so it is beginning to look a little bit more like we'll be able to get together soon.
Yep, absolutely. So in honor of Mother's Day, I'm going to read from Proverbs 31 for you. I'm reading this for moms, for grandmas, for great-grandmas, for some of you out there that fall into the category of moms, although you may not be technically a mom, right? We, of course, are excited. We're, as all of you know, we're expecting our first grandbaby.
Yes.
And so...
what's the name of that baby?
Michael.
Michael!
Yep, his name's Michael. So we're excited about that. And I know that all of you are too. So I'm reading from Proverbs 31. I'm going to start in verse 10. And the reason I'm sitting forward a little bit is because my voice does not project on here the way that Mike's does. And sometimes when I record, you can't hear me very well. So I'm going to sit forward just a little bit. An excellent wife, who can find? For her worth is far above jewels. The heart of her husband trusts in her, and she will have no lack of gain. She does him good and not evil all the days of her life. She looks for wool and flax and works with her hands in delight. She is like merchant ships. She brings her food from afar. She rises also while it is still night, and gives food to her household and portions to her maidens. She considers a field and buys it. From her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She girds herself with strength and makes her arms strong. She senses that her gain is good. Her lamp does not go out at night. She stretches out her hands to the distaff, and her hands grasp the spindle. She extends her hand to the poor, and she stretches out her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for herself. Her clothing is fine linen and purple. Her husband is known in the gates, and he sits among the elders of the land. She makes linen garments and sells them, and supplies belts to the tradesmen. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she smiles at the future. She opens her mouth in wisdom, and the teaching of kindness is on her tongue. She looks well to the ways of her household, and does not eat the bread of idleness. Her children rise up and bless her. Her husband also, and he praises her, saying, "Many daughters have done nobly, but you excel them all. Charm is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman who fears the Lord shall be praised. Give her the product of her hands, and let her works praise her in the gates." Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. We just want to wish you all a very, very happy Mother's Day. We miss you all.
Amen. Yes. God bless each one of you.